Today I take you all through very important finance topic, time value of money. Some of you might have heard this topic somewhere in some part of your life. What is time value of money? Can I get some rough ideas about this particular topic? What is time value of money? What is the relationship between time and what is the relationship between time and money? Anybody tell me?
As the time goes,
Is it always goes up? Is it always go down?
it goes down usually. Nowadays, look into the things. That is why we use the discounted techniques and all.
Correct. So the value of money changes over a period of time. The value of money will not be certain for all the time, for all the periods. So it will go down, it will come up because of so many economic factors. One is inflation or changes in the economy or supply and demand in the market or any reason. So the value of money will not be constant for all the time. So it keeps changing. Okay, the value of money keep changes. That means most of the time the value of money comes down because of inflationary effect. For example, today's Indian inflation rate is 10% or maybe 9% or 10%. So that means the value of our money comes down for 9%. For example, you have 100 rupees today. If you keep it in your pocket or if you keep it in your bank lockers or if you keep it in your home treasuries, that will not fetch you anything. For the next year, the value of money will come down to 98 rupees or 97 rupees. So what you can do? You are happy with that? Your money is going to lose the value. You are happy with that?
Nobody will.
Then what can you do to save the value of that money? How can you save the value of that money?
Invest.
Investing is the only option, investment. Whether individual like it or not, he has to invest money in the market. Then at least to save the value of money, he has to invest the money in the market. For example, then again the question comes, for what rate you have to invest?
Should be something more than the inflation, current inflation.
Exactly. At least you have to invest in the rate at which the inflation is rising. For example, in Indian inflation rate is 9%. At least you have to invest your money for 9%. If you invest for 9%, at least your money will be equal to the current present value. If you are investing more than that, that means that is your return for the particular year. If you are investing for 8% or 7%, that means still your money is losing 1% of its value. Got it? So the calculation of time value of money can be done in two different paths. One, conversion of present value to future value, and the second one is conversion of future value to present value. I take one by one. Future value. What is the future value of money?
After a certain period of time, what will be its intrinsic value compared to what its value?
Correct. So what is the value of your money after some particular specified period of future? For example, today I have 100 rupees. So what is the value of that 100 rupees after specified time duration? Say for example 3 years or 5 years. I have 300 rupees in my pocket. So I am going to invest that money in the market. So how much I am going to get in 3 years of duration? So that shows, that is called future value. So this is also called as compounding. Compounding means conversion of present value of money to future value. In other words, we can say investing money in the market and reinvesting the interest earned thereon into the market. We are not taking anything out of the market. I have invested some money in the market. I am getting some return out of that in one particular year. So next year I am going to reinvest the money into the market, and that money is again growing to
What we call
another.
reinvestment plans.
Yes, reinvestment.
You don't draw money.
We will not draw the money, we will keep it in the market, that keep on compounding every year, and that fetch you the return. So the future value of money can be calculated by using the formula. Future value is equal to present value into 1 plus r power n, wherein FP is equal to future value and PV is present value, R means rate of return, and N means number of years on term. So let us look at some examples to understand this concept better. Suppose you invest 1,000 rupees for 3 years in a saving account that pays 10% interest per year. If you let your interest income be reinvested, it shows the way in which investment grows over the period of time, over the period of 3 years. So you are going to invest 1,000 rupees today in the market. So at the rate of 10%. So at the end of 1 year, what is the return?
Principal plus.
How much?
Principal.
So 1,000 rupees plus 10%. That means 100 rupees. So this is your earning for 1 year, and this is your principal. For the second year, you are not going to take any money out of the market. You are going to reinvest the money. That means 1,100 rupees. You are going to invest in the market. That means 10% return, 110. So total amount is 1,210. Okay.
What is called compounding?
This is compounding. And second year also you are not going to take your money out of market. We are going to reinvest the money, 1,210, again 10%. So total 1,331 rupees at 10% return for 3 years. So invested how much? 1,000. So what is your
effective rate will be what?
10%?
Effective is this one.
This is 10%.
But actually you will find the yield will be more. No?
Yeah.
Calculate the yield on this, it may not be 10%.
It will be slightly more.
The yield will be somewhere around.
It's
10%,
called annualized.
10%.
Annualized return. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is your money, and this is your investment. So the difference is your earning. Okay, this, for example, you have done this for 3 years. 3 years you can do it manually. Easy for you to do manually. And also the amount is also simple, 1,000 rupees. If it is for many years, for example 5 years or 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, so how can you do it? And the amount is also different. Look at this example. Suppose Ravi invests rupees 10,000 today in the bank that pays 8% interest compounded annually. How much will the deposit grow to after 8 years and 12 years?
So determining the maturity value of that particular.
Yes.
investment.
For 2 durations we need to calculate the present value of money. So for 8 years and 12 years. Let us calculate this for 8 years first. So to calculate for 8 years, the formula we use, that's future value is equal to PV present value into 1 plus R power n. Wherein, what is the present value here? How much you are going to invest in the market? 10,000. So what is the rate of return?
8%.
8%, right? Yes, 8%. So this should be 8%.
8%.
Very soon. This should be 8%. And how many years? 8 years. So 10,000 into 1 plus 0.80. 8 by 100. So 1 plus 0.80, 1 point. 1 plus 10 by 100, 8 by 100, 0.08 plus 1. So can please someone calculate this? How much it is? 1 plus 10 by 8 by 100. So 0.08, right? 0.08 plus 1. 1.08 into
8.
1.08 into 10,000. So the value of your money will be some calculations. So this is for 8 years.
Into 8.
Power.
Power of 8.
Yeah.
So 8 times it has to be multiplied. 10,000. 10,008 multiplied by 8 times.
So this is the value of your money at the end of 8 years. 18,509. If you look at for the 12 years duration,
Say,
it will be 1.10. I have calculated for 10%. Consider this is for 10%, and for 10% it is 10,000 into 1.10 power 12 for 12 years. So that is become 3.10138, and the return is 31,384.28. So your investment grows to 31,384.28 at the end of 12 years.
that means 300% increase.
Yes,
Approximately.
in 12 years.
Power.
So I'll take you through another important concept, present value of money. Okay?
I have a buy.
So we'll go for second topic, the present value of money. So what is present value of money? Present value.
Present value of future money.
Present value. The second topic. This is for future when it's over. For the second topic, the present value. Present value. The rupee earned today is worth more than the rupee that would be earned tomorrow. So for example, today you are having 100 rupees with you, and you are going to earn the same 100 rupees after 1 month. Which one you prefer?
Today.
Today. The reason?
Bird on the hand is worth 2 in the moon.
Correct. So the money which you have in your hand fetch you more compared to the money which you are going to get in the future. So that value is very most important for you. So you prefer the present value than the future value. So the principle says the rupee earned today is worth more than the rupee that would be earned tomorrow. The rupee saved today is worth more than the rupee that would be saved tomorrow. And the rupee invested today is worth more than the rupee that you would be investing tomorrow.
What are the other possible reasons for time value of money? Why so?
I didn't get your question, sir.
You say you are telling that money today is more valuable than money tomorrow.
Correct.
What are the reasons?
The reason is, say for example, you have some money today. I'll give you a better example to make you understand this. Today I am so happy. I want to promise you, today I am going to give you 10,000 rupees to each one of you. And also I promise you, I'll tell you, you can collect the money now, or else you can collect your money, the same 10,000 rupees after 1 month. So which one you prefer? You want to prefer to collect
Collect
today
it
only.
today.
The reason, because you can take that money and you can invest in the market and you can
You
make
might change your mind.
yeah. So I can change my mind. Future is always uncertain. Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow, what will happen after this session. I may say, no, I will not give you. So you prefer the current money and you want to take that money. If you want to gain the return, you will take the money and you will invest in that particular money in market and you will make the return. So that is the reason you prefer the value today. You want to take the money today.
Now, why does the banker do all this?
Sorry? Okay, I'll show you one simple example to make you understand this concept. If Suresh expects the return of 20,000 at the end of 1 year at the rate of 14%, how much is worth today? So that individual is expecting 20,000 rupees at the end of 1 year at the rate of 14%. Okay, fine. At the end of 1 year, he is going to expect 20,000. And how much it is worth today? Is that the same? He's going to expect 20,000. And is that the same value? That is the value in the market today? No.
Reverse calculation.
Yes. So we calculate the value of present value with this formula. Present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus r power n. This shows present value is 20,000. Is going to invest. Is going to expect 20,000 rupees, and the rate of return 14%. 1 plus 14%, 0.1.14 power n 1. This means at the end of 1 year. So 20,000 divided by 1.14 power 1. So 17,543.86 at the end of 1 year. So you are expecting 20,000. The real, the intrinsic, the true worth of that money is rupees 17,543 only. So, but in your perception, you are thinking, I'm going to get 20,000. After discounting your the rates, you're going to get only 17,543. So this is how we calculate present value for the money, and this is how we calculate future value for the money. Any questions?
And just a layman's point of view, suppose today I get a job of 20,000, okay? And after doing a course, perhaps after 1 year, I might get a job of 40,000. So which is a better option for me?
You have to calculate the time value. Means, for example, today you have a job for 20,000 rupees you're getting from the job. Means after 2 years you're going to change the job and going to get another job. That means that 2 years of duration, what is the changes going to happen in the market? For example, the rate of inflation is 10%. That means 10% of your money value is going down. So you have to calculate all that. Whether the 20,000 is enough or 24,000 is better in the future after 2 years. That depends on the time value, means the market performance.
If we take only the money,
Any questions?